it is Jack from Animal Fact Emporium here, and welcome to the channel. We are now on episode 29, which is really amazing, so thank you so much for allowing me to continue this amazing journey. Like usual, all the information in this video is with the help of the IUCN Red List website, so if you want any more information about your favourite animals, then I recommend checking the website out. But before I say now it's time to get things started, or well, that's the previous one, but this is kind of like after the main one. I will have to say that on Wednesday we have got, of course, the big episode 30, but it's a very special episode because it is a birthday episode. I am turning 19 on Wednesday, which happens to be the 24th of July. So I'm turning 19. It's crazy that I've got 1 year left before my age starts with a 2. Okay, now it's time to get things started. The animal we'll be covering for episode 29 is the lesser hedgehog Tenrec, or by its scientific name, Echinops telfari. Very interesting scientific name, I quite like it. On the IUCN Red List website, there is no exact number of mature individuals of the lesser hedgehog Tenrec, but we do know the population is stable, which is really good, and that it is classified as least concern, which is amazing as well. The geographical range where you can find such a very interesting creature is just Madagascar, which is really interesting. The habitats where you can find the lesser hedgehog Tenrec span into habitats such as, got them here, forests, shrublands, as well as grasslands. On the IUCN Red List website, there is no listed threats, but every single animal species in this world, even humans ourselves, we all have threats, with the main one being global warming and climate change. So I'm going to list 3 possible threats for the Tenrec. One of them, because of its size, it is quite small if you see any photos of them, as you can see next to us here. The lesser hedgehog Tenrec is quite small. Even though it has got spines on its back, it could pose a negative impact, could be predation. Because if it catches it off guard or catches it where it is softer and more vulnerable, it could still pose a negative impact. Another one I'm going with is going to be global warming and climate change, because there is a negative impact for that on every single species. Might not be directly, but it could raise water temperatures, or it could cause wildfires. Stuff like that will pose a negative impact to different animals. And the final one I am going to go with is possibly, let's have a think. I'm going to go with hunting. I think hunting probably could be a negative impact on the Tenrec, or hunting / trapping, because it's quite small, so it could get caught in possible traps that might be out there in Madagascar, but I don't know. Those 3 threats I have listed myself here, not from the IUCN Red List website, but they are threats that I myself believe could be a negative impact on the lesser hedgehog Tenrec. But there are some conservation actions on the IUCN Red List website for the lesser hedgehog Tenrec. The 2 that I also mentioned for the last episode as well, episode 28, and those 2 conservation actions are protected areas as well as conservation sites. Even though they do sound like they could be very similar, there are 2 different actions. Conservation sites are areas of the areas which are being primarily used to help the animal. This might not necessarily be directly in where they are naturally found, but in the nearby areas, or it would probably be classified as ex situ conservation. The other one is protected areas, and that's basically part of a site. I'm basically mixing the words up of the 2 different actions, but they are sites, they're parts of the habitat for the lesser hedgehog Tenrec, which are basically being stopped and protected to make sure the animals are protected and they are safe from anything, well, safe to an extent from anything around them, because there are certain factors such as weather and stuff like that which you can't really control. This is mainly stopping negative human actions. But this might not be specific to the lesser hedgehog Tenrec, but it might be specific to that area that might be able to be protected, the lesser hedgehog Tenrec I'm on about, by protecting another species which might be more endangered. For example, this is just off my personal opinion as well, you all know in Madagascar that the lemurs can be found there as well, so they might be protecting a lemur species, but that also might help protect a lesser Hedgehog Tenrec because they might be in the same area. Thank you so much for watching. It's been the Lesser Hedgehog Tenrec for episode 29. Episode 30 will be coming out on the 24th of July, my birthday, which is Wednesday. So keep an eye out for that episode because I am doing my favourite animal. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please consider liking and subscribing to the channel by clicking the like button and the subscribe button down below, as well as you'll find the links to my other social media channels, which is TikTok and Instagram, which is linked in the description down below. So please consider following us on those different social medias. But thank you so much for watching, and keep an eye out for episode 30.